Hi, my name is Nick Donofrio. I'm doing an interview for blogspot.com via Visions, and you are?
My name is Leo Rosales.
And you?
And I am Virginia Rosales.
And you both take photographs professionally, or?
Semi-professionally, I would say.
Okay. What makes a photo interesting?
What makes a photo interesting, I took photography in high school back in '72, and that's when high schools had major and minors. And one of the most important thing was to create compositions in the picture, in the frame, that there's interesting subject matter going on, and that you eliminate distractions. So you take a picture. When I look through the frame, I look at the entire square area, and I try to position it in a way that it'll make the composition interesting, so the picture tells a story, versus just taking a snapshot of something that's too abstract.
How do I decide when to toss a photo or when a photo is not good?
There's many reasons, whether it's technical, if, obviously if it's overexposed and you can't see much detail, then you don't want it. But, again, if it doesn't tell a story, it doesn't serve a purpose. I don't toss very many photos, actually, though. I keep them. I put them away because you never know when you're going to need them. You might use them for something else later. So I'm not a big fan of tossing photos.
Right.
I save them all.
We have found that what we might visualize as unimportant and technically wrong, that people that we show them to, you'll find a person that'll say, that's cool. When we looked at it, we said, that's not cool. So kind of beauty in the eye of the beholder type of thing. So unless it's like so blurry and out of focus that you can't do anything at all with it, like she said.
Well, and then even then, sometimes that might be fun when something's out of focus. Depends on what the coloring and the contrast looks like. So it just depends.
Okay. What are the advantages of taking a photo as opposed to writing something?
There's advantages to both, but you're asking me as a photographer.
Yeah.
So I would say that I prefer taking pictures because you can capture the moment, the expression. You can really grasp a person's appearance. If you're doing landscape, just the texture and the beauty and the color of it all, there might be more difficulty describing that with words. Often you can, but sometimes you may miss something. So
I think sometimes you need to use words to describe a picture, depending on what the purpose of the picture is. But the adage that one picture is worth 1,000 words is true, because you could take capture a moment, and then the person who's observing the picture almost makes up their own. They come up with their own conclusion of interpretation of what the picture is saying. And then it's interesting to have them tell you what they're seeing in the picture, maybe something totally different than what you saw. So that's the beauty of the ambiguity of taking pictures, that you leave to somebody else to explain what they think you see.
What are the disadvantages of taking a photo as opposed to writing?
disadvantages. Well, if you just take a photo, you don't know what the thoughts are. If you're taking a photo of people, you don't know what they're feeling or what's happening, why they're there, what led them there, what are they doing there. And if it's more than one person, what's the connection?
Can you say the question one more time?
Disadvantage.
What are the disadvantages of taking a photo as opposed to writing?
That the photo may present a situation that may appear to be either negative or positive, which could lead to mislead the viewer or the observer to where you need to clarify what the picture is about.